You know what it is. It is yours truly, Disciple, aka YPLE or YPLE Productions, with another shuview interviewer. Like I always do, we have a guest here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, the name is Bula Boy, aka Mr. Green Lungs, aka Mr. Bar, you bitch. You know what it do.
He said, Mr. Ball, you bitch. Oh, Mr. Give your bitch back.
Oh yeah, Mr. Loner bitch.
So how's life treating you? How's your day? How's your life? How's everything going?
Man, life is good, man. Life is good. I'm very blessed to be in the situation that I am these days. You know what I mean? I came from the bottoms, from the bottom. Like they said, from the mud. I came from underneath the
So
mud.
get it out the mud.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
man. But life's good, man. How about you, though, man?
I'm good, but definitely can contest to what you're saying because I watched it. I've been there.
Mm,
I mean, I watched all your transitions from, since the time I met you. So definitely big ups to that because I've done seen you make some moves,
thank,
go do
thank
some
you.
shit that a lot of motherfuckers around here won't do, gave up your time, put forth your effort, and you get in places. Like I told you on a personal note when we talked,
Absolutely. And I'm
definitely
blessed,
some
man.
dope shit you doing.
Thank you, man. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I took some of the things that I've learned from these streets and took them and turned them into positives. You know.
But that's what you're supposed to do. Just like if you're in the dope game hustling, the real goal is to get out the streets. If not, you're just a
Right.
fucking idiot. If you're not investing to get away from the illegal shit to make legal money, then you're a fucking idiot anyway. I don't care
Yeah.
who
Hey,
gets mad about that. That's just common sense.
hey, man. The minute I graduated, I had the motherfucking boys call them, write me on Facebook, ask me about cannabis. Yeah, I mean, so that's how I know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's funny because what I'm saying, some of these police officers that harassed me pull me over,
Want to be buddies now.
ripping my car apart, not even inbox thanking me for doing it the legit legally way. Now
That's a
asking
good
me
feeling though.
questions. It is. I got them cats asking me about CBD. You know what I'm saying? How can they get medicine without, failing drug tests?
Right.
Keep their name on the low, but they know who the fuck they is.
We don't say no name. We won't say.
I ain't saying no names, officers, but
I could dig that. Big ups to that. Definitely big ups to that. Um, so let's start out this rocking compared here. Most of the questions, like I tell y'all, are music based this time around until, if we come back around for a second interview, we do this more for, the fans right now to get to know all the artists and everything like that. So
absolutely.
minus the how was your day that I ask everybody, I like to start the interviews off with what got you interested in music, what influenced you, what made you want to do music, whatever it may have been, like an artist, a family member, somebody playing instruments, church, whatever the fuck it might have been. Like what got you into music?
Uh, Watching my uncles play the guitar. My uncle was in a death metal band.
Hmm.
When I mean death metal band, these cats staple rats to motherfucking crosses. They splatter pig blood on each other. You know what I'm saying? Like he's toured every part of Europe, Cannibal Corpse, Mushroom Head, all the big, crazy, insane fucking names that I used to get to hang on the back of the stage with.
Oh,
And
okay.
I remember being in Peabody's when there was a goddamn pole in the middle of the dance floor. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you played music around this pole. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, you know, Watching them, and I was like, wow, man, I always wanted to be part of music. Like I seen the early scene and I guess visioned um, a place where no judgment can be, like everything can just disappear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that a lot, and I mean a lot of different ways it gets explained. But I guess like most artists, like it's your release, it's your creative space, it's your
Right.
getaway space. It's how you get to express yourself and all that. So yeah, like I tell all
Right.
artists, I definitely get that.
You
Definitely
know.
get that. I've got a lot of artists that said, it's not really. I don't hear so much like this rapper inspired me, this one inspired me. Not to say like, you know, we're not inspired by other rappers, but at the beginning, a lot of answers I get is my uncles, my aunts, a church
Okay.
choir, or
Right.
something like that. It really
Somebody.
it wasn't a major artist that sparked their interest at first. It was usually something early in life that they were around, or a family member or something like that.
Right.
So that's definitely dope. Which would lead me to my next question. How would you explain your creative process? The reason I like asking this question is because, you know, people get writer's block. People, you know, are all over when they do stuff. You know, everybody's got a different method to the madness, is what I like to call it. Like, what is from the beginning, like if you're writing a song or whatever it is you're doing, what is your beginning to end process?
I try to, I guess, from working with you, I'm always asking you like how you feeling when you write shit.
Right.
And um a certain when you make beats, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm sitting with you, it's almost like I'm feeling the same thing you feeling when you write that beat. So like when you wrote that beat with a certain feeling in your heart and your mind and your thought
Right.
of the words that are, everything just collashing. Like when you wrote that, I guess when I write, I have to feel that vibe. You know what I mean?
I feel
Like
that.
song, I write off, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is your vibe? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is your thoughts on it?
Right.
Man? Um,
And I
it's more
did,
like
now that I
race.
think about it, like when I'm in the lab with you, I do like I'm running it back, like, okay, now it makes sense. Cause I remember you saying that all the time. So you'd be like, what you feeling? Like,
What you feeling?
yeah, yeah. So I
You know what I mean?
definitely get it. Yeah.
Because I try to, you know what I mean? Like that thing was written, like that beat, that melody was written for a certain level of expertise.
Right, right. But a lot
Uh,
of that's another thing I say a lot too, but a lot of great artists, you know, the beat usually tells them, the beat gives a feeling and tells them what to write. I've heard that a lot from artists too, and I'm the same way. You know, a motherfucker
right,
will be like, what song you want to write? I don't know, motherfucker, write a beat or find a beat, and whatever it says to me, that's what I'll write. At least you
right.
know.
And sometimes because like when I hear it, my mind's everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I like to go here and then I like to go here. But then when you hear somebody else is like, yeah, when I wrote this beat, I was in this mindset. I was like, rah, you know what I mean? And I'm
So
like, oh shit, well then I need to be rah, you know
right,
what I mean?
take it to that same place, that same feeling.
Right.
That's
I gotta be on the
adapting.
same level,
Yeah, that's adapting and being versatile, though. That's a good trait to have as an artist, though,
you
because
know.
you can't get on a
I could
song and a motherfucker being rod, and you get on there and be like, la 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 la. Right.
right. Let me dance around for
Right.
you.
It's gonna
Yeah.
clash. So right.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that. Um, so how would you describe the music you create then? Like what kind of music would you say it is?
To be honest with you, man, the the music that I create is a timeless piece. And I mean that because from first song to the last song is some shit that you could play over and over and over, you know. And it our album ODB, let me tell
Right.
you, bang that album to this
I
day.
think that album, you know, now that we're more on the mixing game and more on the producer and engineer side, would be a fucking banger today. When you say timeless, like I still, if that was mixed up right and we brought it back out today, it would get so much more play. Plus, there's so many
Right,
more ways to advertise nowadays too.
right.
But another note I wanted to check on, I'm not trying to cut you off or nothing. It's one thing
No,
I do love is every artist that I have interviewed that came through Nightshade, when I ask them how they would describe their music, I get that. It's timeless. They all say timeless. And I like that because that's music that'll never go away. That means you're putting your thought into it. That means it's not cap music. It usually means it's something you're going through when you drop that track, or like you said, when you have to get on a track, whatever feeling it is, you go back to a memory of when you felt that way and you put it out on the
right.
track. And that's what makes great music, is
That's
timeless
what
music.
I mean. It's only meant for one way, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you can either you know, and let me tell you, man, there's songs out there that even though the mixing today, that the knowledge that we had today compared to then, it it's still timeless.
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah, definitely still lyrically wise, and the songs themselves are still dope. Definitely
go
dope.
put a go put a twist of fucking C. Leon. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm talking about old school twists.
Right, right.
You know what
Oh,
I
it's
mean?
still a banger today.
It's still a banger.
Right, right.
You
Yeah, no,
know?
I definitely get that. Um,
Oh. And I do believe, not to try to cut, you know, let me tell you like this, man. I do say an ODB album too. You know what I'm saying? And
it's
not rose on wax, wax on them roses.
well, it's possible because I was talking about that too, and plus, I've been venturing off onto another type of music. So have you. And Dre, I'm kind of getting him up to par. Not, I don't want to say up to par like I'm doing something, but I'm kind of getting a flame under his ass to drop an R&B CD because nobody in town's dropped a complete R&B CD. And plus, what you're doing now, what I'm doing now, minus our raps and everything, oh, the harmonies between all of us and everything could just.
Nasty.
And then the
Nasty.
mix nowadays, definitely.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, man, I love Dre, but we really don't need him on that harmony. It'd be cool.
No, but what would be dope is, like I said, the three harmonies
Oh yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
that would make it. But like when I interviewed him, we was kind of talking about that too. Like how do I put it? It's like we have the bone effect.
Hey,
When we're all together and grooving,
oh,
they
we bumped us.
they love us. But when we try to do little solo shit, we don't get as much play because they're used to hearing us all
They're
together.
used to it all
Kind of
together.
like Bone. They're the dopest together. Their solo albums are good, but they just don't sound the same solo.
Right,
And
right.
everybody
And you know what?
expects to hear all of them.
They expect to hear that sound.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's why, you know, I was kind of like, we need to hit up on another one because
I
no
know
matter
how
how
we'll do it. We'll tell Dre he ain't gonna outshine us with his singing no more. You and me will sing, and we'll have Dre rap everything.
I like that.
And we'll flip the album backwards, like you said, waxes on the rose.
Waxes on roses. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? We'll take
Definitely,
them back to that super silky, Mr. Bar your bitch, cup of coffee.
right. Definitely,
You know,
definitely
like I said,
a dope idea. Have Dre whip up some beats and shit, and
yeah, man.
let me
You know what
throw
I'm
my
saying?
little twist in there, and we get our. We ain't even got to mention it. We can talk about that all night because we know
Oh
once we
yeah.
all get in the lab, it just comes together.
It comes together, you know. And
Cause
that's the thing is you know, I'm gonna be taking a little break here. Like I said, my contract's gonna be ending soon with this company. And I've been blessed to be in the position that I'm at and do the things that I've been able to do. But sometimes it's trying to take that experience onto another level.
right,
So, you know, I'm gonna take a little break and I want to come home and I want to get my shit together and let's get it.
you already know I'm down. Um, Sitting there looking at my list of questions because I like to switch them up a little bit just in case y'all watch the other interviews. You could be pre-prepared for my questions.
I'm
But
taking notes.
he said I'm taking notes. I've been taking notes too, so don't feel bad. Um, what do you think, if anything, sets your music, your style of music, you as an artist apart from the rest, whether it be underground artists, hip hop, music industry, whatever the fuck?
I feel when it comes to the chop, um, a lot of people have tried. A lot of people have rode my coattail,
The double time.
double timing. You know what I'm saying?
If you watch Bert's interview, he talks about how all of us back in the day at Dre's studio was doing the double time before anybody was doing it.
Right. They you know, I feel they took the double time and blew it out of proportion to now where I'm like, I don't want a double time. I can't help it.
Right.
But I tried to reverse it, like I tried to go a different angle. Like the last song that I wrote with you, you know what I mean? It was 8 bars and for some reason it felt like the slowest 8 bars of my life.
But I love when you slow it down. Like I love your style, but I think I love when you slow it down because that's what it's a different you. It
It's
shows
a
me a
different right.
different you. And like
It
I've
feels like I'm
seen a
talking.
couple different yous because I remember when you first started coming through the studio with me, you know, you was doing your whatever with your brother and all them and everything else. And you guys kind of
Yeah.
had that sound. And then like when you started coming around and we merged that with Dre, well, which was the ODB is what came out.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So like, yeah, I definitely get it. You know, you get something, you can only stay stagnant. I don't like to say stagnant because it makes it sound like you're doing something bad. But if you're
Right.
a real artist, or not even an artist, just a person in life, period, whatever you're trying to accomplish, once you can only get so far at the thing you're doing, if you're smart, you take it and you twist it on to something else or something like
Right.
that to find a way to expand it or
Be well rounded.
right, or elevate it.
Right.
But that's what I was saying. I could definitely understand what you're saying, and definitely that's a good trait though too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like you venturing off minus your music. You know, doing what you do now was another venture, another piece of knowledge, another piece of, you know what I'm saying, income,
Right.
and so
Just
on. I
it was a learning
try to
experience.
tell people there's money everywhere. There's money with me sitting here right now. I'm making money. I'm making money off fucking stocks and fucking cryptocurrency. I'm making money off of doing what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? People,
Right. And that's
some
fucking
people are just lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey yo, I was just talking the other day, man. I wish I was in your position sometimes,
you
man.
sometimes like sitting, like watching the shows and seeing it, like I get a lot of that from people. Like, it took me a lot to be able to get paid for doing shows and stuff like this. Like, no different than, you know, like us doing music. It took us a while to get, you know, shows,
Right.
venues, tickets, you know, open up for people. It was something I had to work at. And till this day, I'm still like, I mean, you know me, bro. I mean, I did
Right.
shuview, but I started this shuview, remember, back in the day,
Hey,
just
we started this
messing
shoe view.
around,
Hey, giggling, yo.
giggling, right.
Hey, you should find some of the motherfuckers when we was killing it.
Right. No, they're
Yo,
still on
oh,
YouTube somewhere. But my
is
point
it
is, like you was saying, like, you know, you wish you was in my shoes. I get that. I wish I was in your shoes. But then once we got in them shoes and we seen the behind the scenes work put in and all that, be like, no, I don't
right?
want to fucking
It's
do
like
it.
shit.
Right.
Shit,
But
you know,
no,
I
it's
respect
it's
them.
it's definitely dope. But I can't like I don't know, like people got this fucked up concept of me, but you know I'm humble as fuck. But for me to sit here and say, like you say, you'd rather be in my position, I can't take all the credit, is the way I would put it. Because if it wasn't for like going through what I went through with Dre in the studio, if it wasn't for running into you and doing the ODB
Right.
album, if it wasn't for, you know, me starting at Dre's and doing albums with some of the artists like Ali and Gutta and all them out now and everything else, I wouldn't have the credentials to even do what I'm doing right now. You
Right.
know,
And that's
I wouldn't get an
hey,
interview from a lot of people because they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
right,
I mean,
right,
granted, me as an artist, I built that up, but everybody else helped me along the way because, you know, I learned from others and others learn from me. Like everybody says, you can never have enough knowledge. There's always room to grow. When you think that, you know, I know everything, that's the end of it, bro. And plus, the world's
no,
always changing. There's always new shit.
everything, right. I feel that 100%. I feel that
But
100%.
no, definitely. I mean, I can't complain. You know, I don't have to.
But hey, you getting paid off of
Right,
interview?
right.
Fuck, this is sweet.
And then
This is
plus,
sweet.
you know, I get paid off my distribution for my albums. Plus, I get
Mm-hmm.
paid when I do the review show that I haven't been doing lately. You know, now we got the Freaky Tale Fridays is actually in the stores now. So we're gonna start
That's
getting paid off that.
that's
But
fucking dope as fuck, man.
yeah,
That's the thing is I always wanted to do my like I wanted to do a little show, man. And I wanted to do a podcast, man.
bro, if
Just like
you already know, come hit me up and I will get you hip to all the knowledge I know because I already thought about that with you. And I think that's a dope fucking idea because I know it'll get hella views and it'll work out.
man, man.
Plus, I
I'll
can
be
help you get your YouTube monetized so you get paid for every video you put up. So,
see that's what I'm talking about because I've been wanting to sit back, like I said, I was gonna go around Ohio and just buy random weed.
Yeah, I'm not mad. And you travel
Talk
and you
about
work in that
growing.
business legally. So, that could be a good fucking thing.
You know what I'm saying?
And like a buddy of mine that put me hip to distribution, that was a fucking arch nemesis. I don't like to say enemy because we was more of a rap beef. But kind of like he said, I'm not greedy, man. If I can give somebody knowledge to help them do something they want to do and that'll help them out get paid, fuck yeah. I don't want nothing back from that shit, bro. I want to see
Right,
motherfuckers
right.
eat and get
I want to
somewhere.
see people eat.
Right,
And
right.
and that's what, like my dude, my boss asked me, he's like, man, he's like, you're coming from a black market to here. I'm like,
But
yeah.
you're one of the pioneers. You're the beginning of what's about to
And that's what I told
become.
him. I was like, and you heard my name firsthand. Like y'all called for me. I didn't call for y'all.
Right.
Man, they called my number, And that's what I told him. I was like, you heard that I was the thumb, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm Mr.
Oh
Green.
no, I'm proud. My
Let's do it.
motherfucking dude came from the streets. I ain't gonna say nothing self-incriminating.
Right.
But then
Right.
went to the legal shit, went and did his school, got up out the streets and actually put in them years and doing shit that cats dream about doing.
And that's the thing, man.
That's a lot of mindset and a lot of shit to go through. Not just the school work and the degree, but people don't think about your family life, your kids, all that other shit involved. You gotta take you taking chances, and plus on top of that, you had to probably, I don't know if you did or not, but I'm sure there's some things in life you missed out on because you had to complete your goal. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know, and you was away from home to top it off. So
the whole time, the whole time,
that's a mental fuck alone right there. Make you want to just be like, fuck this.
Right. Living out of hotels, living out of motherfucking Airbnbs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I graduated top of my class.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I could tell you every inch of a plant down to the soils, down to the mineral. You know what I mean?
But it's good for other purposes too, because if the world ever went sour, you had to live off the land. Granted, you learned how to grow some weed, but now you know how to grow. That's growing is growing, right?
I can grow everything.
Right, you're agriculture or however you say that. So yeah, you definitely always got a job, no matter how.
Biology.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So man, it's weird, man, because like I said, man, my boss, when he asked me, I told him, man, I gotta eat.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I told him, I said I took all my knowledge from the streets and used it for this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was all right. You know what I mean?
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, if I was in a business like that though, the motherfuckers I would be hiring is motherfuckers like you. Because you already nonchalantly got that degree from the streets doing it. I don't want to Vlad it, but you already got that knowledge from the streets. So therefore I would look at you like this cat wasn't in paperwork degree first. This motherfucker was hands in on shit. Right. I was way before he went to go do this shit legit. And so I'd be like, hell yeah, he got double the credentials.
Hey, I've been to a couple of grow spots. Like I said, I've been to a couple of grow spots where they were like, I was filling out there like when this all first started, and I was going like this grow spot, and I'm like trying to get in there, and they're looking at me like, yo, you know too much with not enough credentials.
Right. They're like, wait, suspect, hold up.
Right. So they kept making me like go back to class, get that paper.
But I remember you always like fucking with like, plants, not just like weed and shit like that. I remember you kind of always fucked with shit like that.
Tomatoes,
right.
Sunflower.
I remember coming up to the crib and flowers all down the sidewalk and shit. Like, I don't knock that shit because I don't care what people think. Like, there's some things are beautiful in life, some things are relaxing to do. Everybody's got their own niche, and I don't give a fuck. Personally, I like flowers. I got a flower tattooed on me, so.
Right. I'm covered in them motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
But it definitely makes sense, like, looking back on memories and the things that you were doing and then the things that you're doing now, it was like, okay, that was supposed to happen. Whether you or any of us knew it, it fell into place.
Right. Everything just kind of fell into where it was supposed to be, man. And
go ahead.
Hey, when I first started going to school and I said what I was going to school for, yo, these cats laughed at me like there wasn't no tomorrow, bro.
I never
Like,
questioned shit, bro. I already knew
like,
what you was doing. You told me off the rip what your plan was.
hey, with these other dudes, man, they was like, yeah, right,
And then I sat back and
right.
I watched it. And then, I put my 2 cents in here and there. And,
Mhm.
I ain't gonna put our personal conversations out there. And sometimes when you was feeling some type of way, I told you, like I said,
Right.
I ain't gonna put my personal conversation out there that we had, but
I remember that. You
that's
said
what
keep level headed.
that's why I said, like, you went through some shit. Doing a degree and getting a job and the credentials is one thing, but from our relationship is like almost brothers. I know there was a lot of other shit you had to deal with,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's why I
yeah,
said.
man.
And who can you say from around here has did it anything remotely close to what you're doing right? So
I thought so too. You know what I'm saying? I thought so too. I'm like, who else doing this right
I
now?
mean, people's made it out of here in different avenues and ways, but like our generation, you're probably one of the few people, minus, like maybe sports people or something like that, that's actually went and got a degree to do something different, and
Right,
actually
right. Like
doing
change.
something that you love, not something that like, oh, this gonna make good money, so I'm gonna do this. It's something you was
Right,
involved with beforehand, so
right.
it's dope.
Um, I was a big advocator. Like I went to different states and learned. You know what I'm saying before even coming back here. You know what I'm saying? I went to I went to fucking Michigan. I had to go to fucking. I went to Colorado. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
God and soul. You know what I mean? Like, but I went down there and did a lot of fucking soul searching. I had to go do a lot of soul
Hey,
searching.
nothing wrong with that. It got you to where you're at.
Yeah, yeah.
Since we turned this into a weed view instead of an
Mm.
interview on shoe view. But anyways, we'll
Hey,
keep it going.
I
But
always
it might
smoke it.
it might be an inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Like people be like people that ain't seen you in a while be like, Bill,
Where the fuck that cap in?
this what he did, this where he went, and he from
I
Bula? Oh shit, I might
yeah,
be able to do this too.
yeah, yeah. And first and foremost, like Nipsey Hussle said, man, I've seen an interview that cat said, first and foremost, I'm a rolling 60. Well, first and foremost, I'm an attribute artist.
Right. I feel that.
Yeah, right.
That led me to my next question. Now that you mentioned that, um, what do you enjoy about being an artist? If you do, I'm not saying you enjoy anything, but it's like, what do you enjoy about doing music or being an artist in general?
What I enjoy about music is being able to express myself and free my mind. And inside that booth, whether it's 4 hours, like like some of these songs that we've done, where we in there for 3 or 4 hours,
Right.
letting our ass off, giving it all. The whole fucking world just like evaporates. There ain't no stress. There ain't no struggle. There ain't no fucking. Are my bills being paid? Do I need to go to work? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just that freedom, that whole zone. You know.
No, I feel that all too much. And all the artists that I've interviewed so far that, I've asked and reached out to have pretty much said that same thing. And it's most of the artists that have stayed relevant since the first time I've heard of them or fucked with them. If they're still relevant, I don't like to say relevant. If they're still doing music today, which shows
Right.
me that they can't let it go. That has been their answer. That's their release. That's their drug. But I feel that because that's me. That's you, like you said, and a lot of artists I interviewed have said the same thing because I get that. I could feel like I'm about to have a heart attack and die, and I could go in the booth and let what's on my mind off, and poof, everything's better for that moment.
Right.
Like,
Just for that fucking 2 minutes, fucking 45 seconds or 4 hours in the booth. Like
mhm.
that's my freedom. That's where everybody can't judge me, look at me,
Yep, I do.
the weight of the world off my shoulder.
Right.
you know.
No, I definitely feel that. I think that's every great artist, crazy artist, whatever you want to call us. That's what defines us. We have to let loose. We can't let go. We can't stop. It's just something
Right,
that we're addicted to. We can't do nothing about it. They should give us SSI for that shit or
right,
something.
right. Like, you know what? This shit's bad. I twitch and shit when I'm in the motherfucker.
Right.
You know.
What's the favorite song that you did as an artist, and why is it your favorite song?
Favorite song. Where to fucking begin? Oh man. Favorite song. Favorite song that I wrote or favorite song that
Just
just
favorite song that you've been on, period, and why is it
oh
your
been on
favorite?
period. Well, I like Mercy. Mercy is one of my favorites. Um, you know, we ride in
Yeah, and we
and we
grinding,
grinding.
hustling all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time, and money on
Money on
mind,
my
and
mind.
yeah,
Yeah, you know, damn, Mercy's a good one. I like Waterfall. The Rain. You know what? The Rain. The Rain is my all-time
I like the
favorite.
rain because I wrote the beat,
And Daddy's
so I
Grind.
feel the beat, and I like the rain because of the time that we all put into it, and it wasn't like, I mean, we drop songs fast because it's easy, but that song we actually worked on. I think all of us. There's about 12 hours into that song, just laying vocals and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah, or
I
longer.
like Daddy's Grind, but fuck you because you shitted on me on it. But whatever.
Hey,
It is what it
look, Dre
is.
said it couldn't be done.
Right.
Dre said it couldn't be done. But you know what? If I had to pick, I got two top songs that still to this motherfucking day I bang. Okay, um, it's YPLE. Um, now that I'm on the spot, I can't fucking think of it, but it's on my fucking playlist on my fucking phone. It's uh, I think it's called The World. Is that the one?
I don't know, bro. I got a lot of.
Like I'm living to die. Yeah,
Is this a song about my dad or something?
yeah, yeah. You're like, I feel like you said, I feel like my dad. I feel like my,
Okay, yeah, the hook I say something about my dad or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my jam. I ain't heard that
Okay.
forever.
Yeah. I think it's like Through My Eyes. I think it's just like The World Through My Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how the words go. I still bang that one still to this
Yeah,
day.
no, I'm hip to what you're talking about, though. I remember
And Put Your Dreams on the Scale. Let me tell you like this. I want that song,
that.
man.
I ain't heard that in a while either. That's a dope song too.
Man, oh man, do hey, and let's see, I Get Money. Um, and you know why I want Dreams on the Scale is because I remember when you was writing that, I came over and you were like, "Here, dog, jump on this one." And I
Right.
wrote to it, right. I wrote to it, and then you gave me this motherfucking Percocet 1000, and then I slept for like a week and a half, and you dropped that song, right? And it's funny because um, I was at Sonny's house, and Sonny was banging that bitch, and I'm like, "Where the fuck?" I was like, "That shit's done." And he's like, "Yeah." Nigga, I wrote to that shit. He's like, "Yo, this is my favorite song." I'm like, "Damn, man, like,
We was
damn."
grinding.
But it's still one of my favorite fucking songs. Put Your Dreams on the Scale. Oh, we was hustling hard.
The Digi and the Pirates.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Put Your
feel
Dreams
it.
on the scale.
I know this is a dumb question, though, after everything we just talked about, but maybe I'll word it a little different. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside? I'm gonna ask it in two different ways because you ain't gonna be able to use what we already talked about. But do you have
Right.
any hobby or interest outside of music or outside what you do for a living?
Uh, yeah, man. My daughter, man. I've been being a sports you know, I've been a daddy from day one. I've been there the whole time.
Yeah, salute her on her accomplishments. I was reading that paper stuff and all that other stuff too.
Districts, watching her grow through the sport of wrestling, watching her mature as a young lady
Female at that, yes.
has been the biggest hobby of my life lately.
So she got to wrestle the boys too, right?
Well, through high school she did, but this big tournament came up. They built that pretty much around her because she was the only female doing it. So finally she got females to do it.
So she broke open some doors too.
Oh, she kicked the doors wide open. They made that all over the fucking newspapers and shit. But being her number one fan and being her being able to take her ass to different kind of wrestling meets miles and miles away, you know what I'm saying, tournaments, and watching her smack these boys and girls around. That's probably one of my biggest, and talking shit while doing this probably one of my biggest favorite fucking hobbies.
Proud moments. I definitely feel that.
And you know, I guess I could say that's been my biggest hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Gotta love the kids.
Yeah,
kids is the future, bro, and the future's changing day by day. So we ain't here forever. All we can do is guide them and hope everything go good for them.
Absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I've been doing college visits.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I've learned some shit from my kids too. At the same time.
Yeah. I see.
Like
Grandpa.
not to have kids. No.
Grandpa.
Yeah, you like that?
Grandpa. Are you fucking serious, Grandpa?
It had to happen eventually. At least I was 40 by the time it happened.
Hey man, congratulations to Trey, man. You know, ass Trey.
I mean, I ain't mad though, because the way I look at it, man, my family's gonna be big as fuck. It ain't going nowhere. You know
hey, you know what? I ain't mad at you neither. You know what? Because look how many years, you know what I'm saying, it took to get right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know, God bless her mom, their mama's soul. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm glad that they all here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know, hey, I remember you like, hey, cat, take this money and get them some Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's life, man. You live, you learn. Well, at least if I hope most of y'all learn from shit that goes on in life. If not, then it's whatever.
I remember seeing them cast when they was like knee high and all of a sudden having babies and shit.
Sprouted.
Babies and shit. I just seen your young. Hey, matter of fact, well, last time I was in town, I went through Burger King, I think it was, and I seen your youngest. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn.
Bro, my oldest.
Almost. I
see your college.
Your oldest too. Yeah.
And then my oldest boy is Trey, so. But yeah, he got a baby now. Go figure. But I mean, I can't really knock him. I had my oldest daughter when I was 18 too. So.
Yeah, but he's working.
Yeah, I could say that he's working. You know, he's doing what he's got to do and all that. But
he's being a man.
Still rough around the edges, but we was all rough around the edges at that age.
He's still a baby.
Yeah, we live and we learn, like I said.
Right, he's still a baby. God bless, man.
And I can only guide him, like, you know, just like you, and tell them the knowledge I know, and hopefully they take it in and they all right. But,
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that as a hobby outside of music and stuff like that, because that's my life anymore. If I ain't doing my music or shows or something, you know, to feed my family, then I'm with my family, doing my family stuff. So
right.
And that's what makes me happy nowadays. I don't give a fuck who's in the streets doing what. I don't give a fuck what's what. I ain't got time for that shit.
I ain't got a goddamn time.
And that shit ain't paying me. If anything, it caused me more money, heartache, and bills. So,
yo, a couple months back, somebody, you know what I'm saying, try to talk some reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking of my life. I'm like, yo, man, I could never even jump in your lane or scoop to that level to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if I hit you, you know what I'm saying? I'm fixed to lose everything that I ever worked for.
All for some bullshit of somebody that's doing nothing, probably.
I'm like, this bitch gonna go to the bar on Friday night, get drunk, and forget what the fuck she doing.
And you know your life done got years of work fucked up.
Right.
That's that grown mentality, though. That's that thinking before you react type of shit.
Right.
So I definitely feel that. Like I said,
Like I had to tell her,
some of us grew up, some of us just grew older.
right? I had to tell her, I'm like, look, lady, now how would you feel if I just asked your boyfriend if he wanted his ass whooped?
Right.
Not necessarily saying I'm going to, but I'm just saying, like, that's like me walking up to this dude and be like, yo, you want your ass whooped?
Right.
He wouldn't be sounding so fucking smart.
It's kind of like that incident with them two neighbors shoveling driveways. If that rest her soul, I was about to say bitch, but like you said before he blew her head off, you should have shut your mouth, bitch. You never know what somebody's going through on that day. It's all right to
Right.
have some words, but leave it be. Don't keep pressing somebody because you could lose your life. And in that instance, you got you and your husband killed. So, I mean,
Right.
it's a sad tragedy, but it's another reminder of reality. You got to watch what the fuck you say to people and how you treat people. Don't judge a
Yeah.
book by its cover. You never know what somebody's going through, and they might really be about what you talking about.
They could be off on some
And
more
they
shit.
could be having a bad day and not giving two fucks at that moment.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah,
Like in a spritz of anger, your life don't mean shit to the next fucking person.
survival of the fittest. That's how it is.
Right.
When it comes to
You
music,
didn't think no interview with me was gonna be short, did you?
well, no, I ain't worried about that. That I ain't pressed about. I already knew it was going to be a conversation more than it would be an interview, but I'm not pressed because it, like I said, it gives your fans a little insight into things. And
Hey man, hey, we can do this shit every
right,
after work.
right. Do you feel as if music wise, I hate using the word weakness when I ask it, but it's the best way to ask it. But do you think there is any weakness? And then what I like to say, like when I say weakness, is there anything music wise you think you need to better yourself on that would make your music or career better? Anything you need to work on, you think, if anything?
Oh yeah, all of it. I'm trash.
He said all of it. That's how I wake up every day and think that just to push myself, bro. I'm like, I'm garbage, bro. What the fuck?
Garbage.
What was I doing last night? And I uploaded it. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah. But no, my weakness is everything. Like sometimes right now, being on the road, I'll throw on a beat and me and my brother will go back and forth. Or sometimes I'll find a beat and I'll write like a hot 16 or a hot 8. And then it just gets thrown to the side. And I'm like, I feel like my weakness is not pushing through and finishing off the cut and just going to drop it.
But if you don't always have the time or opportunity, that's where it comes back to like what I was saying. Some of the things in life due to your career that you have took or missed out on, you've had to chalk that up for the moment to get where you're at.
Now, for Christmas, my girl was like, I got you some things because I've been freestyling a little bit here, a lot. I can't even say a little bit. I freestyle everywhere the fuck I go.
Right.
So, and I just do it for fun. So when I'm running the house, up and down, I'm throwing down, I'm spitting random shit. When I'm working, I'll spit random shit. Me and my brother will go back and forth on some random shit. And then, she so what she did was she got me a new microphone and some monitors and this little cute little fucking inbox. It's about yay big. It's all at the
That's
house.
all you need nowadays, though.
Yeah, I just haven't been back home to even get it.
Right.
But it's she was like, I bought some shit for you for Christmas. And I'm like, okay, what did you get me? And then she finally told me, what she got me. So I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, just for when you get bored, you know what I mean? If you get bored,
And that's dope though. That means she paying attention.
right. So I thought about just kind of posting it up, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I could have, on a weakness, I should have watched a little bit more on program wise,
right?
Like on some mixing and mastering.
Yeah, but that comes with the, you know what I'm saying.
I got Pro Tools 10.5 on this computer.
My chick, kind of the same thing. Like 2 years ago, bought me a Yeti microphone when I was doing the regular shows. The USB plug-in one. It was only like $100 and something microphone. I never disliked it or nothing to say nothing like that. I was like, that's cool. She bought me the microphone. But then once I started doing the interview show and doing the review show, I started using it. I was like, it come in handy. I couldn't use it in the booth because, we're XLR. from the
Right.
booth with cables and shit. But you know, it came in handy. But the funny thing I was saying about it is, you know, without me knowing, I went and looked it up the other day because I was like, and it's the mic I'm talking to you on right now. I was
And
like,
that bitch is crisp.
yeah, well, I didn't know. I went and looked up because I was going to buy a new mic. So I Googled, you
Right.
know, what's the best mic for a podcast or whoop-de-whoop. And that mic came up. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Hell yeah.
But it was sounding a little fucked up on some of my shows, and I didn't know why. And then I went and looked up a bunch of settings, got into it, and it was pretty dope. But I was like, damn. I was like, I wonder if she knew all that when she bought it.
Right. Hey, this bitch is crisp, you know.
Yeah. But
yeah, she like I said, she got me this shit. You know, she got me this shit, so I'm gonna post it up. Like I said, I will be calling you for some influences. You know,
like I
on
used
some.
to do, Dre, you're gonna be calling me for settings. How do you fix this?
Oh,
How do you fix
absolutely.
that?
How do I upload on this? How do I get settings on this? Because, like I said,
Had
this
to
is
put William on silent. You're gonna be calling me every day.
every 5 minutes. Yo, how do I get this shit? You know, so you know, once I get everything hooked up and fuck around with it, like I said, anywhere that I go, man, I'm trying something. You know what I mean? Like, and then I thought about if worst comes to worst, I'll do my own podcast.
And no wrong with that. I told you you should do it on that shit you was talking about, and I'll help you out with it. You know, I'll show you the ropes and shit so you can run a little smooth. Well, at least give you the knowledge I got and some of the avenues you could take if you want to start getting paid for it too. But definitely dope. I'm gonna go to the funny question that I ask everybody. Whether it be the car, whether it be the shower, whether it be walking around the house, driving down the street, walking down the block, is there any music that your fans probably think you don't listen to that you catch yourself singing? And if so, what's the groups or what's the songs or like something out of you in your rap music, something that people probably think you don't listen to?
Country, Luke Combs.
Country.
Yeah, man.
A lot of rap artists listen to country, believe it or not. I've been finding that out a lot. But I get it because of the lyrics and everything's real and emotional. So I get it.
Right. And for some reason, like I hear this, and the reason I hear this is because my girl, it's like a perfect fucking, you know, it's like her day starts with the coffee and with the wine.
Right.
Ever getting ready. Because she's never on time.
And you relating to that shit. Like,
hey, I'm like, yeah.
He's like, you made that about me, huh?
Hey, I was like, hey, this cat knows my life.
Right. He watching me writing the story.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the song just kind of laid her down to the T, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
right.
And then I'm always away from home, you know what I mean? So, when it's just you, yourself, and a lot of downtime, music has been a big inspiration. And I've been listening to a lot of our old shit and a lot of your old shit. And it's all in a mixture of all kinds of new shit. And that's because it makes me think of home.
So kind of like a homesickness, but it brings you back.
Yeah.
In a way.
You know, and every time that I look at, like, do I go home for a little while and then I get paid? I can't even lie.
Right.
It's like I'm homesick like a motherfucker for 14 days out of motherfucking, I can't even say 14, I get paid every Friday. But you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm homesick from like Monday through like, I don't know, like Sunday through Thursday, I'm homesick like a motherfucker. And then I get that paycheck and I'm like, well, all right, you know, this shit ain't that bad, you know what I mean?
Right, it's worth it for the moment.
Yeah,
nah, that's that mental struggle. That's what I said. There's a lot more behind what you did than just going and doing it.
You know,
definitely.
And sometimes I'm thankful that I'm doing this because I was telling her, I'm like, yo, if I was like to come home, I'd feel like I'd have to sleep looking over my goddamn shoulder every 5 minutes. And she was like, why? I'm like, do you think that like people would think that I would just go from like growing over 30,000 pounds of fucking weed every 2 weeks to like come home to like nothing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. Like,
Definitely somebody be plotting or some stupid
Right.
shit.
Like, are you serious right now?
Right. All right.
You know, that's my bad. I just
no, you good. You good.
You know, these are things that I think about. Like I couldn't necessarily come back and sleep protected, like safe.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. I understand. It makes a lot of sense, especially coming from here. That's just
Right.
playing chess. It's smart.
I got too many. Look, I came back for Christmas and I had 5 people calling me talking retarded.
Already.
Yeah, I'm here to visit. What you mean? Do I live here?
Right.
What's my address?
My oxymoron question that I ask everybody, because it usually fucks the artists up, but some of them they answer it right off the rip. What is a useless talent that you have, like a talent that you have but it don't benefit you?
Fuck, that's a tough one right there. What benefit? What
It don't
talent?
benefit you. It's a talent you have, but it's useless.
That's just worthless.
Yeah.
I get up and go to work like the next fucking man.
I mean, but that's not really worthless. You get paid.
I mean, I get paid with it. It's a talent that's not really fucking, not looked at, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I guess not. I don't know. I get paid for that shit. You're right.
Yeah. I
Damn,
mean,
I don't know. That's tough.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be anything. Maybe you could make your fucking thumb touch your elbow. Who knows? Maybe you could juggle. Maybe you could fucking, who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think like, shit.
Maybe
I could roll a joint. You know what I mean? And I can't roll a blunt. I mean, and them blunts that you roll, man, I'm 38 years old. I still can't roll out them fucking stupid ass fucking blunts you buy. I hate them fucking things. I wanted I wanted to buy a box of them bitches the other day and record myself stomping on the fucking
the zigzag wet wraps.
Hate them fucking things.
They're soft as fuck. A lot of people can't roll them.
Every time I get that bitch right there in the middle, that bitch snaps and breaks and cracks down the side of that.
You gotta caress that bitch and be gentle with it.
I guess that's a talent that I got that's worthless.
He said that shit's worthless as fuck.
Thanks.
What do you think your music says about you? He said,
I'm a lover.
You say you're a lover, not a fighter.
I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not really too much of a fighter no more. I'm working on getting a platinum 24 karat gold inhaler charm, so these motherfucking hoes know that I got asthma and I ain't chasing them bitches.
I like
that. Man.
I want to get a motherfucking scale charm with it on 28 grams just for old time memories of coming out the gutter.
Hey, that bitch be dope.
Yeah.
That be dope.
Just so I always got that one zip in case I got to flip some.
All day long. All day long.
Yeah, no, I could definitely feel that. I would have never thought of that one. Nobody has. It's pretty dope. We might have to edit that. We might have to edit that out so nobody steal your idea.
I know the motherfuckers. Let me tell you, these dick riding motherfuckers sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny though. That'd be.
Let me
dope,
tell you like this.
It's original.
I'd cough and they, you know what I'm saying? I cough and they try to jar it up to smoke it later.
You'll have that though. That just lets you know that people are paying attention. So,
right,
good or bad, publicity is publicity.
Right.
What do you think it is like? I always ask this question, fucked up, because it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say. What what is it that keeps your music drive alive for you? Like, what makes you keep wanting to do music if you do want to keep doing it? Like, what keeps that hunger, that drive alive? And what makes you keep doing it?
Can't quit, even if I tried. I've tried to physically and emotionally draw the rhyming scheme out of my brain.
Detach from it.
And the I can't fucking. I will try not to rhyme, but the way I talk is automatically rhyming sometimes, and I don't know why
Yeah.
that I'm sometimes when I'm rhyming.
Or you'll notice it while you're
Rhyming.
talking and be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right. And it's like, well, like my brother would be like, yo, you didn't have to spit that in 16 bars to tell me a number. You know what I mean? I tried. I tried.
I tried so hard.
I guess that's how the freestyles come involved all the time. Like that's why I
You got
guess
music Tourette's. I get it. I coined that
right.
term a
Like
long time ago. One day we're gonna get paid for that shit.
yeah, these cats, man. Look, I've seen them at gas stations, right? South Carolina, North Carolina. You know, I've caught a couple of them sitting in groups just kicking back, freestyling to each other, and I'm waiting for them to look at me because I got some shit to say, and for some, so it's I just feeling dope as fuck. You know what I mean?
Smoke in my eyes. Nah,
You know
definitely.
what I
I
mean?
feel it. My son let loose on
Yeah.
me one day in the back seat, and I had to get in his ass. It was no holds
Yeah.
barred. My kid, your
No.
kid, whoever, you ain't gonna spit. He tried to spit some shit, and I said, "Hold up, I ain't that old." I had to get in his
Right.
ass. He sat back there, was like, "Damn, that was rude." I'm like,
Right.
"Nah, bruh."
Right. Right. Like hell to the
Wrong
no.
dad.
Right. You're gonna be playing me at 1 before bitch.
Right.
Yeah, get it, man. Like I said, I've tried to quit rhyming, man. It's just the rhyming is in me regardless. I'll be 50 years old still spitting some ill shit.
Right.
You know, and sometimes some of the dopest shit comes off my head.
I
And
feel it.
my girl be trying to record me and shit. It's funny.
Says she be trying to get at you.
Bars too, and I'm like, yo, you just let me write them down. And she's like, nah, those are for mine.
Right. I like this question. This is like my favorite question in every interview I do. Now, remember, like I tell every other artist before you answer this question, it can be for any reason. It could be for financial reasons, it could be for clout reasons, it could be for to further your career, it could be because you like the person and you want to pay homage. But whether it be an instrument player, famous, underground, an artist, a producer, whoever it may be, since the beginning of music as we know it, all the way up to date today, dead or alive, and you can only pick one artist only, artist, producer, whatever you pick, underground, whatever, above, it don't matter, industry, who would it be and why?
Man, it's a fucking good one right there, man. Um, you know, and let me tell you like this: I can almost guarantee that every artist you probably fucking done, at least 10% of them say Tupac. And Tupac is cool, and I would respect the shit out that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to go with somebody like old school, like Marvin Gaye, or you know, Louis Armstrong, or somebody, Elvis. You know what I'm saying?
Elvis would be a crazy collab.
Elvis, yeah, Elvis would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash would be. I would sit down with that cat just to hear some of the stories.
Right.
You know, so let's roll them dice, man. Let's roll them dice and go with Johnny Cash because there's so many artists that I would dig up and kick it with.
Right.
But Johnny Cash, I have to go with Johnny Cash, you know, because when I write, sometimes I feel like I'm the man in black. You know what I mean?
Right. I can respect that. Plus, you got that remix on the one song I slapped together.
That's right. Her. You know
One
what I'm
day
saying?
we'll probably get sued for that bitch.
Man, fuck them.
Right. That's what I
Fuck
said. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Right.
You know, hey, you know that? Hey, remember that one country song? I wish I could find that bitch. If I die young, berries
yeah. I think I got it on one of the old hard drives somewhere.
in a bed of roses.
That's a
Shit
dope
on that
song, though.
Shit on that fucking song.
If you could change one thing about the music game, what would it be? I get a lot of the same answer on this one.
Get rid of the mumble rap bullshit.
That's why I said I get a lot of the same answer. It's like every interview I hear that answer.
Let's put it like this, man. If you ain't got no credentials, don't rap.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's the best I can say.
See, I don't knock the hustle. I don't knock what they're doing, but I don't think it's going to be everlasting. I don't think it's going to be timeless. I don't think.
If you can't rap on beat, don't.
Yeah, don't. That defeats the purpose. I feel that.
Right. Don't sugarcoat shit. That's the thing, is people sugarcoat shit for money.
And they're afraid to speak the truth.
As long as money's being, and the thing is, when the truth's being spoke, is being brought to the attention the wrong way, instead of, instead of a positive, inspirational conversation, it turns into like bitches trash.
Right. I know there used to be an art to it. You used to have to be able to flow to even be accepted, let alone drop a track. Now anybody.
If you can't count 16 bars,
you got to have a cadence. Nowadays, it don't matter. Everybody can be a rapper. It's not so much about your skills. It's more about your appearance and your look and things like that. I think now it's more of a product. So you got to go with the flow.
Right. And to be honest with you, and I thought about this too. I was like, you know what? I should get back in the booth and drop some of the hardest fucking shit to where they want us to start touring again.
Right.
And then I would try to come as close as I fucking can to that little pump, to any of them little motherfuckers like Little Pump, Takeshi, like anybody small like that, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody of them little bullshits, right? And just when they think we all cool as break off in their face, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Straight up on some underground 3-6 mafia crash the fucking club shit. Like, and the reason I say that is because I've just seen on TV that this little punk, I think that's his name, he's a little motherfucking little white boy, different color hair, not Takeshi. He a little rat motherfucker, but this other dude, and all he is glorifying is popping perks and lean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong.
I think that's a lot of the elite and the labels, get them people and make them glorify that because, it's killing.
I'm not going to lie. I had my problems.
And the more you keep people on drugs and down, the more you keep them separated and controlled.
Now, if you want to throw me under the bus a little bit, because, I talked about popping them. I talked about lean.
Yeah, we all went through that.
Because that was my thing, but I didn't tell you I wasn't influencing little children and other little children that these cats got following them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell's fucking wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like a drunk girl at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unattractive, let alone hearing some fucking shit like that.
Right. No, I definitely get where you're coming. I've never promoted it. If I've spoke on something I'll speak on, that's what's in my system. That's what, but I won't glorify it. It's usually like, damn, or, I inhale the weed and exhale to get rid of the stress, or,
Right. Like I said, man, the one time, it's like, I talk about pouring fucking syrup in my cup, you know what I'm saying? I talked about fucking popping a perk and sweating and shit, but I never glorified it to where I'm like, pop that perk, it makes you feel good.
Right.
Like, that's what pretty much the fucking song. I'm like, they play this shit on the fucking TV.
Yep. That's how it is now.
That we just, lost Mac Miller, you know what I'm saying? It's some bullshit petty. Y'all gonna fucking turn around and just go ham on it.
Right. Like it ain't shit.
Right.
Crazy.
The one interview I seen with the one cat, he was like, "You want to pop a perk? I'm itching for a perk. You want to pop a perk?" And it was like, he's like, "Nah, dude, I don't want a perk. Are you an addict?" He's like, "I ain't no fucking addict, but I just like to pop a perk. I'm itching." I'm like, "God damn." I know that was off topic.
No, it's cool. It's cool. That's what it is. If you could tell your fans, like, I like this one too, because like I always said, it could help somebody out. It could change somebody's life, or it could just give them knowledge. But what, like, how would you explain it to your fans? What is the best knowledge or advice that somebody has given you?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
I, I live by that.
You know what I'm saying? Go hard and believe. Let's put it like this: believe what the fuck you feel is in your stomach.
Right.
And
Never
that
go against your gut. Your gut's
that
talking
feeling,
for a reason.
you know, that feeling is the most gut. You know what I'm saying? Like when you feel that, you'll feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's a feeling that you have to strongly strive. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when it feels like that, that means you're doing something positive. You know what I mean? It feels, you know, that it's right.
Right.
There's many times that I've questioned it, but I followed my gut instincts, and I feel that it's brought me more success than anything. So if I had anything, any kind of wisdom, believe in yourself and believe in the gut feeling.
Feel that. I believe in that too. I won't go against my gut. The one or two times I have in my life, it's ended up bad.
Right. When you start second questioning, that's when it becomes all like, that's when you have your issues.
Yep, I agree with that. That's some good knowledge. And closed mouths don't get fed. I live by that one.
Closed mouths don't get fed. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go hungry ever.
No, hell no. There's always ways to eat.
Right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I do this every show too. It's the shit meter, what I like to call the shit meter. Out of music, underground industry, whatever it may be, you got to pick a number from 1 to 10 of where you think you are musically and why.
When I'm writing and I'm recording and I'm making hits, I feel that I'm at an 8 to a 9, close to a high 10 when I'm working with my team.
Right.
When I'm writing by myself here and like on the road, I feel like I'm a 5 or 6. I feel like I'm in the shed sharpening up my. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can respect that. Still growing.
I'm still mastering my sword, my ninja, you know what I'm saying? I'm still mastering.
I can dig that. I can respect that. That's humble.
I guess that's why I'm like, yo, throw me a beat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
For days.
I feel that. With all that being said, I always give the artist a chance. You know, even though I'm interviewing you, I always give the artist a chance to ask me one question, or if they have a question or anything they want to ask me, I let them have at it. So if you got something you want to ask me or a question.
Man, like on a music level, like what 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 strives you, what's in, like what pushes the music through you?
Honestly,
Like yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, honestly, I think like music, like ever since I can remember as a kid, like old rock songs, old bluegrass songs, old country songs, anything I heard, it didn't matter what type of music it was, and not all of it, but the songs that I like that sound good, they always just jingled with me, and I was always able to pick up on no matter what style it was and sing with it. something always drew me to it, and it's so weird to say because it's like ever since I can remember, I can't remember a point in my life where music wasn't there every day. Even when I was a little kid, 4 or 5 years old, I can remember back that far. But I think it was because of the things I went through in life, and my parents and my family and my grandmother and
Right.
the way I was raised and things like that. I think that was my escape music, because I was relating to the things they were talking about I was going through in my life, and it just made me feel. And them poems and choir, and then it turned into this, and I couldn't tell you why, but I know if I'm not doing it, I don't feel healthy.
Right.
But as of what keeps me going, I have no clue, other than I guess maybe it's possible that it's just bred in some people and they have to do it whether anybody gives a fuck or not. I do it
Right.
for me. It's my diary. It's my release, like you said earlier in the show. I don't give a fuck if I'm rich or famous off of it. I'm still going to do it because it's part of me.
It's just what, yeah, right. I feel it. I feel that.
And then plus video, songs, internet. We're here forever, bro.
Right.
Forever.
And a lot of, and like I said, all of our shit's
When we're
timeless.
gone, we're still here. People can go back
Right.
and visit us, listen to us, hear our voices, all that. That's dope to me, bro.
Right.
My
I
kids,
feel that.
you know what I'm saying? Your kids, whatever the case may be. An old friend, then go on YouTube, then go on a website. Pow, there we are.
Right. There you are. I feel that. I feel that. You know,
Leaving an impact.
it's gonna live forever.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that. Timeless as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. But as
You know,
of if I had to wrap my mind around it, I don't know. I just got to do it, and that's being real.
right.
Because there's days, like you said, I try to get away or I get frustrated, but it don't stop.
It doesn't.
I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. I
Right.
don't know
And
why.
that's,
I have no control over
I'm with it. It's like when it's there. It's like if I even when I try not to, it's there.
it. Right.
It's what I do.
Definitely dope. Definitely thank you for, taking your time out to let me interview you and let the fans get a little insight on you and, the person they're dealing
Absolutely.
with.
Yeah. Thank you, man. It's been a blessing.
Other than that, before we wrap it up, if you got any shout outs, anything you want to say before we go, anything you want to say to your fans, go ahead and let it go.
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna shout out to all my people, man. I still love y'all. Still kicking it with the music, Casket Nation, Armed and Dangerous. You know what I'm saying? We'll always still be here. We're still making music. We're trying to get shit together. Hopefully we can get this ODB2 going. Gotta get the rest of them. Even though I'm traveling, I can still write,
Right.
sharpen up the minds for when I get there. But shout out to my brother. He's got a baby on the way. He's got a new one. So shout out to my brother, you know what I'm saying? And much love to my girl, my family, my kids. Man, I love every one of y'all, man. For real, stay up.
You heard what the man said. It is Big Bula boy. Big Bula boy. Most of y'all know him, but for those that don't, you got to learn a little something today.
Yeah.
Other than that,
if you know me,
go ahead.
Now you know.
He said, if you don't know, now you know. Other than that, you know what it is. It is another interview on Shuview. Thank you for you guys' time. And until next time, peace. Tell them peace.
Peace, baby.
Peace.
Shuview.
Peace.